Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. Last time we were playing, what were we doing? So, we had just brought up a bunch of wood here, cut some with the buncher, and we were just starting to play with our little skidder dozer here. So, what we need to do is we need to go down and get a processor, and we need to get ourselves a loader. So, I do have a new loader for you guys to check out. Look at this guy. Where is he? Boom, the Hitachi. And we're also going to need a big old grapple to put on that. So we'll go take a look at that guy when we get down there. Oops, not that grapple. That's too big. Just a little guy. Perfect. It's time we got to get things rolling, make some money here. We've only got 106,000 in the bank. Down from 500,000. So we got us a little bit of work to do here. So we're going to whip this guy back down to the mill here. See how fast we can hammer this road before flying off into the wilderness. So go down there, we're going to grab that Hitachi, which is, oh, I love that machine. So the Hitachi was also in 2017, and we basically just remodeled it and put some shaders on it and stuff, cleaned it up. Looks really pretty. It's almost too pretty. Should be more abused, but I really do like it. It's a great machine. We're going to use that as our loader mainly on this one. And then later on we might bring up some other machines or something. Haven't quite decided the exact plan yet. So let's get this guy down here. This is such a long road. It's going to be a psychopath of a thing to bring stuff down. I'll be able to bring wood down really quick though. Look how fast we're just plowing down it. It's fairly straight-ish. Whoops. Little brakes there. Oh, we didn't hit anything, so that's good. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so let's go grab the rest of our goodies. I'm actually gonna just go side by right here. Perfect. Now what we do need to do is get ourselves the loader hooked up to there. Oh, see, here you go. Beauty. And like I said, when you get that, once you get those shaders on there, see if I can find a good angle to show them off here. Oops, the windows are always the best. See how it gives like that gritty, dirty look, but, you know, kind of realistic because stuff has texture? Oh, I love that. So being able to give the full machines that kind of gritty look, it still makes them nice and clean and shiny, but at the same time you can see that grit kind of built up on them. And it just, yeah, that's how metal is. That's how it's supposed to look. So you can kind of see it in the back end here. I think we got some shadows going on there. Yeah, no, it's a great little machine. I think it'll be really fun. I think it's going to be a kick-ass little loader. So let's grab this. Maybe we'll put this guy on first. I think I can fit two of these on here, can't I? This guy's a big boy, this one. I like this one. I mean, fairly similar to the 880, just different body, and the interior looks a little bit different for loading. Sit back a little further in this one, which is actually quite nice. Sort of driving all over the place. So let's get this one all the way tucked ahead here. Throw another one on there. It's so much easier to haul now that the machine weights are lower. I'm really glad that I decided to go down that route. Because I was like, should I do it? And then I'm like, nah, maybe I'm not going to do it. And then it just hit me, okay, we're doing it. So, Tiger Cat and a Hitachi side by side in combat till the end. Till the end of this episode. Alright, so let's get that nice tight there. Lock them down. Lift our ramp. Bloop. And off we go. Now, luckily, we don't have any underpasses. We don't have any kind of weird stuff we got to drive through. It's all very straightforward. Oh, I guess I could have went around. I didn't realize there was another little road there, but that's okay. We'll still make it here. Ooh, it's a heavy load. Stopping's a whole nother world. Does not like to stop. Alright, so here's our first turn. Stretch this guy out a little here, go into the woods. Perfect. Yeah, it's a pretty cool machine, that one. I think I got the balance just right now for the weights. Because the machine seemed to be balancing the logs really well, and the truck seems to handle pulling them up hills really well. The truck's not as bouncy as before. Before it used to shimmy really bad left and right. And now it's got a little bit of bounce, but nothing that's I would consider like horrid. So it's not like, you know, jittering really hard, back and forth. Feels a lot smoother driving it. Cannot wait for the Seasons mod, man. Ugh. I want this map, but winter. I want to have to plow this road all the way to the top. I want to make a grader or a different kind of plow. That'd be ideal. Whoa, what the heck happened there? Guess I caught a bump weird or something. That's so screwy. Just kind of sent me sailing. Goodbye, my love. Alright, so down the hill. I had some comments on the last episode of people asking what the name of the group is that I was discussing in that video. I'm not going to disclose that. If you guys want to go dig around and try to figure that out, you can. But like I said in the last video, and probably many other videos, if I have groups that are hating on us or like being just stupid, I don't want to say their names on these videos because I don't want to give them any more attention, right? You know how sometimes just ignoring, you know, parents probably said this growing up, just ignore it and it'll go away. Sometimes if you just ignore it and don't give them the satisfaction of, you know, revealing who they are, then, you know, I think less people will be interested in trying to target you. And if they do, they'll realize that they get nowhere, and that's kind of ideal. I think I related this a long time. God, I'm remembering back to, like, when we did our Felsburn thing. But I think I talked about that song Disturbed made called Tyrant, I think. So Disturbed, like the metal band Disturbed, they made that song called Tyrant where they talk about how media glorifies the killers of songs, or Jesus, of songs of the killers of, you know, like groups like, you know, you have school shooters or you have mass murderers or anything like that. And the media, instead of just ignoring the person who went and just murdered all these people, like, and forget who he is, like, who gives a crap? That piece of crap is the one who killed everybody. Who cares? But instead of ignoring him, they really make the center article about that person. They always say, you know, Jim Jeffries, the murderer of the world, is, you know, he's the guy who did it, and find out the full story, read our article. It's just, you know, it's just a way for media to get some entertainment from people, right? But hardly ever do they focus on the victims of it, when really, if you wanted to get rid of this problem, you know, you would focus on the victims, and you would never even bring up who the person was that did it, because it would ruin the glory. So basically in this Disturbed song, what they're talking about, if you listen to the lyrics, they're talking about these people who watch TV. They see, oh, this mass murderer who shot 25 people in a school somewhere. This was his name, and this is his whole story, and what happened, and da-da-da. And he almost becomes like a vilified hero to these psychopaths who sit at home and think, oh, man, that guy's a hero. I want to be just like him, right? So what they do is they go, you know, pick up a gun and they go shoot up their school, and then they get in the news and they're popular and they feel great about it at first, till they go to jail probably and realize what a terrible move they made. But so anyway, that Disturbed song basically says, why are we highlighting the people who did these heinous crimes instead of, you know, burying them at the bottom where they belong and representing the poor families and the poor people, you know, to give them support for what a tragedy that had occurred, right? So, I don't know. It's a very interesting concept, but it's totally true. So, going back to my main point after that long, drawn-out story, is if there's a group or a particular person or entity or whatever that's trying to make you look bad or trying to harm you or trying to put you down, regardless of where you are, whether it's real life or whether it's in your artwork or your job or whatever, honestly, the best thing you can do is don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, don't let them see that it's affecting you, right? That's the trick. Or if you're like me, just doesn't affect you at all and you don't care, but but yeah. No, I totally agree with that concept of just let it be and let them go die in their own way. And they will. They always do. So yeah, to the people who are commenting, that's why I don't bring up the names of those people who I'm talking about. I'd rather just talk about them in a third person, and if you put the pieces together on your own, that's your call, but I'm not here to call people out and defame and all that stuff. I'll just say certain people, because that's easier to deal, right? But yeah. So yeah, I've really just taken a total step back because I'm tired of just even listening to it, because it's just like, God, who cares what you guys think? Like, who cares what people like or don't like? And it's all just a big attention play most of the time. So what I've done is I've stepped back entirely, and I've like that's another one of the reasons why I got rid of the Discord. I was tired of trying to manage the trolls and the people that would come in there and cause big scenes. Like, if it was just a straight up nice community all the time, that'd be great, but that's never how it is, right? You always get the little wieners that surface to the top. So what I did is I don't want it anymore. I don't want to have to even deal with it. So I got rid of the Discord, and then Facebook, I had to go block. That was actually ridiculous how many comments and stuff started showing up from these random, well, I recognized who they were, but these random people representing this one particular mod group. And yeah, they were just leaving, like, there was like 5 reviews in 2 days over, them throwing their brand name out in the review, because they knew if they commented, I would just ban them. But reviews on Facebook pages, you can't delete them. Like, that's the whole purpose of reviews. You can turn them off, which I ended up doing, but you can't delete them. So they were able to just basically force all of this stuff onto my page, whether it be comments or pictures of their own branded stuff. And I was just like, what is wrong with you guys? So I've taken a solid step back, not because it's like stopping me from doing what I'm doing, just because I'm like, why even bother? I just want to make mods, have fun, do my own thing. Now, if everybody wants to be angry and jealous out there, then go put the work in and build something better, I don't know how else to say that to anyone. If you can't do a better job, then don't expect putting down another thing to make you better. Like, I don't know. I have talked about this subject too much already. I really have. I should really just leave it alone. I'm going to say no more talking about trolls, because I'm kind of doing what the Disturbed song said not to do, which is to even mention them at all. So from here on out, I am, regardless of what happens outside of us in this series and our playing our games, I am not going to respond to anything about people being trolls or mod groups or who said what. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to continue to make mods. I'm going to continue to make videos, and I'm going to have a good time. And if other people choose not to, that's totally your call. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Right? Right. But on a funner note, I'm actually buying a new truck. After my failure on the last one with the job stuff there, I did find another one, very similar one that I really, really wanted, and the deal just worked out perfectly. So I actually ended up buying it from like 12 and a half hours away from where I live, which is way down in Burnaby, Vancouver. But it was just so odd to see a truck that looked like this one at a dealership in Burnaby. It was just so odd. And they said that like they were having such a hard time selling the truck because they just, I don't know, apparently trucks are just not a super popular thing in the city down there, right? Unless you're a working person or construction. But this type of truck was a very nice truck, and the guy had done a lot of work to it by the looks of it that made it even prettier. So to have to try to sell a truck in Vancouver apparently is a very hard thing to do because everybody there likes their cars. So I'm gonna actually do a little bit of cleanup here with this guy, just a touch. Make our burn pile here somewhere. Bloop. Test out our loader, see how she feels. I haven't actually done any testing with this thing. This will be the first time doing anything, so maybe we'll discover some stuff. Oop, there we go. And I'm just gonna grab this stuff here. I'm also, I'm also working on a mobile chipper. So kind of like the one we had in the last game, that kind of you drive it around, just run over stuff and suck it all up. That's exactly what I'm building for this right now. And it's going to be shaped just like that little guy that I had in the last one. The, God, what the heck was it even called? Oops. Oh, I just whacked the pile. I think it only ever had the Greek name, but we called it the chipper in the end. It was the... God, why can't I think of the name? I think it started with a C. Oh, the Chimera. That one. The yellow one. I think it's based off of a tiger cat wood chipper thingy. Mobile slasher, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's the one I'm actually going to use as our base part. So I'm going to park this on this other side of this stuff here. I get a little bit of lag when I look that way. My frame rate drops down quite a bit. Could be because I'm recording. You never know. But when I turn this way, 60 frames, baby. So I guess we'll be loading that way. I hate loading with lag. Oh, irritates me to a whole new level. Lag loading is bad. So what I think we should do is, if we can, drive our... Oh, man, this is ugly down here. Maybe what we'll do, you know what we'll do? We're going to just fall these by hand. But, I don't know, maybe we should do that in the next episode. We'll have a hand falling episode. You know what, we'll start. Let's start at the bottom, screw it. And then if we have to pull them up one by one with that skidder, we will do that. So let's start with this guy right here. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall very good. We have to cut this one a little higher. High stump it, and then it should just roll right off there. And then... Oh, not quite at all what I wanted, but that's okay. And we're going to do that with this guy. Drop and fall. And drop it. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. Thank God we have our trusty, dusty little chainsaw. Bloop. Perfect. Beautiful. Alrighty. Cut this guy. Yeah, I think what I could do is just back down with the skidder. Hook him up, winch him, pull him. I don't know. We're going to have some fun with it. Bunching down here is just a little too steep. This is definitely some hand-folly kind of terrain. I mean, Chad could probably do it. He built this probably to challenge himself to see if he could pull it off. Wish I could get lower with this stupid chainsaw. That's annoying. Then we just get these little sissy-ass trees. Alright, I just want to clear this slope here. Just to get it all nice and cleaned up. Bloop. There we go. Slope to lope. Let's get this one. Yeah, not bad. These ones are probably, I could totally bunch these, but We're handfulling. Might as well just keep on it. Bloop. And I might as well take all of these out if we're going to do it. We'll do it. Little trees are just like scrawny. Just twitching. Goodbye. And let's cut this one. The cool part is because of that winch, we'll be able to pull it wherever we want. We don't have to back in at a particular angle. We can just winch it along. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what we like to have. Diversity. Bingo. All right. Oh, I'm going to get this one too just because it's feisty and it's right here. So we'll get it. Bloop. Maybe we'll get that one too. Just to kind of give ourselves a big area to clear. It's going to be a little slower. It might be like moving one tree at a time, but at least we get the slope. Check that out. That's pretty sweet, eh? Let's back this guy up. I'm going to do a quick picture before we go. I kind of want a picture of that slope because it's actually quite cool looking. Yeah, like that almost. Cutting the slope. Then we got our funnel processor and this guy. We'll do like one of those. All right, I'm going to not bore you guys with my photography skills. So anyway, next time when we come back, I think we're just going to try to abuse those trees with the skidar dozer here. Go down, bring them up here, see what we can do. We're going to try to get down to that little valley down there and just see what kind of horrible places we can get stuck. Could be fun. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.